The Mongols have ravaged Europe and have now arrived at the walls of France and are here to do the same to the French as they have to the rest of Europe in today's 1212 AD siege battle. Welcome back, guys. We're here with another siege battle. We're back in the land of sieges, and where better to go to than the medieval period and 1212 AD, a glorious mod for Attila Total War. And we do have a 2v2 here on large armies. We do have the Mongol horde here. We have the Golden Horde. They have been joined by Hungary in today's battle. So clearly the Hungarians decided, instead of fighting against the Mongols, they join them and fight for them. And today we have on the defense, we have Lorraine, and we also have France here. So yes, we have Sword Levy already fighting on the walls here against, looks like, dismounted Dracaena Auxiliary. And yeah, these ladders, like 60% fire damage. That is a bad sign for those Dracaena as they climb up the tower here. Know quite a lot about the Dracaena since I'm playing a Kiev live stream campaign at the moment. So it's good to see the Russians being represented here today. But yeah, this tower is not this tower. This ladder has seen better days, and there's a few others that are equally pretty banged up. But yeah, a really nice city. I really do like this one, actually, to be fair. And we have Volgiers des Communes here waiting. But yeah, this is a nice big city. It's got a lot of areas for cav and infantry and grindy fights to take place in the streets. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And if you guys do enjoy 1212, feel free to support the video with a like. Maybe subscribe if you're new around here. And feel free to comment as well if there's any sort of 1212 factions you'd like to see in battles. And I'll try and do my best to get a replay with them in. And if you want to make sure you never miss out on a 1212 battle or stream, hit that notification bell as well. But the French already battling on here. Having got some Pavis des Communes. Just some Pavis spears here, taking on some swords. Hungary... certainly I thought Hungary had chevroned up a lot of his swords. Yeah, his swords down there, high period ones, triple gold chevroned. Not all of them though, he hasn't managed to do all of those. Got some sergeants of cheval waiting down here, so some medium shot cap waiting for the Hungarians to get off the wall. And crossbows as well, really good now in 1212, as we are aware. They can arc, so these crossbows should be able to get some good shots onto the wall now and make themselves useful. So that'll be interesting to see how they do. We're seeing archers here. Also focus on his Sergeant Cheval. Wow, look at the volley. They just got to hit them. They just took them down to like 37 men from a very high amount. But yeah, got crossbows here as well, also helping out. Yeah, these crossbows actually with their armor piercing could do a very good amount of damage here. We've got Ribolds here, light melee infantry. They're just getting absolutely annihilated right now by swords. No surprise there. These guys are wearing very little other than like what they just woke up in. Or like a tunic, given a sword and the shield and told to go and fight for their lord and die for their French monarch. And they went wee wee and went and died. But over here we have sword levy breaking. There's more sword levy on that wall there. So I guess maybe the defender's just trying to get the best out of their cheap tier infantry. Actually, well, there's a Honda arms over here, so there's a good shock infantry unit. This is taking on some Hungarian swords on this side. They're chopping up these guys. It's a tier 2, so it seems like both the tiers being brought here are tier 1 and tier 2. I haven't seen any tier 3 sort of stuff being brought yet, and I imagine it might not be brought. It is quite expensive to bring. So I guess if they're going for large armies, and they wanted to bring as many units as possible, not quality. Yeah, the shock infantry there should do okay. It's lost like 9 men. Seems like the crossbows here are trying to influence that fight, maybe shoot down these guys as well. But shooting through crenellations is pretty tough. You can see that the crossbows are trying to get shots through the through gaps in the crenellations, but they're doing their job. We are seeing crossbows now dashing off the walls, I think, because they know that the Tesserig siege infantry over here, the Mongols, have managed to take the walls, and they're going to be getting in. The Mongols are obviously relying on their infantry, which their infantry isn't great. Artillery they have here though as well. Bombard, triple gold chevron bombard. I don't know what it's going for. I think maybe it's going for a breach point, maybe, but I'm not sure. 73%. They're going for a second breach point potentially. We have Genoese crossbows fighting for the Mongols again. Genoa betraying themselves instead of fighting for Christendom and dealing with this Mongol threat. They'd rather fight for coin. Yeah, dismounted Drazina Auxiliary, though. They're doing okay. They haven't lost too many men. They're doing okay, but they're taking shots from archers. This is obviously a really good tactic by defenders. You get archer levies, or just any archers. It doesn't have to be archer levies, but any archers or crossbows or gunners. Get them at the bottom of a wall and just shoot up onto the ensuing conflict, or ensuing battle above. And you can inflict a lot of damage. I mean, unfortunately, this Drazina is fairly well heavily armed. And it seems a lot of the shots are either going high or low in this case, but it often does work. If I was the attackers here, I'd be starting to shoot down this polearm unit with my crossbows to get them on the wall, and then I'd start shooting down because there's not really much resistance up here. Really, there's not much resistance. Like the spear unit here is just about to join. Malicious spears here, tier 1 for Hungary. They're going up. Once they take the walls, get some crossbows up there and just start gunning down anything down there. The walls over here look like they're fairly well claimed by Hungary, though. But yes, I hope you guys all having great days and are enjoying this medieval action. It's always great to sometimes just sit back, relax, watch some bloodshed, and forget about what's been going on with your day. Forget about the stresses of the day. Or maybe you've had a great day. And if you have, this is just the pinnacle of it, hopefully. Watching as like this heavily armored man here with a big old mace smashes down on this Hungarian. Fighting for his life, he is. I don't know if the Shock actually are winning. Oh, dismounted French Chevaliers are certainly winning. Which is great to see. The French fighting for the honor of the French chivalry. They are a very chivalric nation. Oh, this artillery here is just, well, it's been trying to take out this this crossbow unit. Not exactly the easiest of targets. It would have been better firing at these flailmen back here. Don't know if I've seen this unit, or maybe they just renamed it. Oh, is it the flail unit that? Oh, this is tier 3 shock. Okay, for Hungary. So they did bring some tier 3 shock, but it's just merely their flailmen. Yeah, I was gonna say, so it's the same unit that Bohemia has. So I mean, yeah, not actually that major of a threat. They are light shock. I don't think they'll do too much in the way of damage. Cavalry, they're being hit here. Hungarian knights being hit hard. I'm pretty sure it's the Hungarian knights. Can't remember if it's tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. I think it might be tier 3. They have like black armor, which looks awesome. Look at the, like, I don't know why. I really like that crescent and star on there. It looks really cool. And that shield. Look at that. Like, the design of some of these units is amazing. Really, really is. We've got some Saxon militia halberds back here. Again, light polearm. Can't imagine being much of a threat, but we'll see. Towers have been captured. Hopefully there wasn't too much down here for the, well, it looks like it was just a couple of swordsman units that have been wiped out. So that's a shame to see, but at least they have to hold the gates now, and if they can rush an infantry, which looks like they're going to do, which looks like there's heavy spears and some flailmen going in that direction. So it looks like a bit of success there. We now have a fight over this breach point. The Mongols did manage to open up 2 breach points, and they have Tesseric siege infantry in here. I mean, they are the perfect men to have for the job. They have siege in their name. They clearly are professionals in a siege. And they have broken the spear unit. Levy spears have been broken, so now they can rush through. They need to be careful, though, because there is cav on the way. We have knights here from Lorraine. Some tier 2 heavy shock cav, and they're coming around. And cavalry on defense is pretty damn effective. Oh, and we've got cavalry on this side as well. Brabazonian cavalry. This is a light shock cav, but this could be costly for the Mongols here. They could be hit from multiple sides. The spears should be okay, but yeah, the Mongols have realized their Noka heavy lancers are now moving forward, but it's going to be very, very late. It's just, they need to get them a little bit closer in anticipation. And here we go, the charge coming in by the knights, slamming into that Tesseric siege infantry and ending their lives. On this side might be a little bit more costly because they did charge into spears, and this is a light shock cav, so the Brabazonians might suffer here, but we will see. But you never know. I mean, yeah, this knight might be able to help them pretty soon because, like, they're gonna, they've routed that sword. Now they could rear charge these spears, and this could be 3 Mongol infantry units lost very quickly. There are crossbows as well rushing up. But they need to be they're careful they don't get run down themselves. There are caltrops here, so the cav needs to equally be careful. But I'll just take out these spears. Yeah, but here we go. I think we're going to see, it's not a great charge because it's not got much momentum, but it might be enough. It's technically a rear charge, I guess, or a side charge. Yeah, all these units are losing. The cav is combat even, and yeah, they're breaking these guys. I was going to say, the Tesseric infantry is not got the greatest of morale, and they are breaking quickly. And this is a huge loss here for the Mongols, who are now bringing up cav. But they need to be careful because there are caltrops here. And they don't want to just run in with their cavalry because they could just lose a whole bunch of caltrops here. Oh, they're going to do it. Just watch this. You'll see the cavalry just all fall over in a minute. Yep. There you go. They all just start to die, and they just lost like 10 or so cavalrymen from that one charge in with the caltrops. But I guess at least in one way they've cleared them out. The Brabazonian cavs now all here in here. This Mongol cav is superior, I think. They have arguably the best cav in the game. In my opinion, some of the best cav. Probably up there with the French. I think French late period cav is very, very good. Probably is better, if not equal to Mongol cav. But I think tier 1 and tier 2, Mongols rule the way. I like these sword levy are literally by the edge of the wall. They could have been pushed off. It could have been like a 300 style, so like push them off the cliff. That would have been awesome. The Homme d'Armes over here still winning. Or still holding on, I should say. They're fighting spears up here, so this is probably why they're doing so well. Spears struggle against shock infantry, but yeah, the Pavics haven't taken atrocious losses. We now have, oh my gosh, the Hungarians are deep in because they've captured that gate. They've managed to get really close, oh, really deep in. They've managed to get flailmen in, and they're chasing down all of these crossbows and archers. And there's a trebuchet here with, I presume, yeah, it's got like full ammo, I think. And that's vulnerable, but it looks like the decision has been made by Lorraine to send down Homme d'Armes, and they will try and deal with them. But there is cav here. Like I said, Hungarian knights, if they could charge into the shock infantry, yep, they're changing their mind. But yeah, they're in a bit of trouble. That knight is running, and it looks like for the defenders it's code red, and they are retreating as much as possible. Numbers are still close. There's a 500-man disadvantage for the defenders, which is not bad. Crossbows over here trying to weaken this cavalry while they're stuck on the spears of France here. Yeah, Hungary getting inside with their... That gate opening has been very costly for the defenders. Surprising the defenders didn't try and counterattack and try and take it back. I mean, not now, but like earlier when they originally lost it, because the two sword units were broke, and then they just had to put the pole arm back in front of the gate, and they would have retaken it. Oh, Cav going in for the crossbows, and that is an easy kill there for the Cav. Even if they're in a weakened state, this cavalry should run down these crossbows. It's easy killing. And there you go. Our Ballistriers high, wavering already. I mean, after that is a Sergeant Cheval, and then after that is a Clien. So you need to be careful. France still got some nasty cav, and it even looks like this knight over here is going to be able to help kill off the Hungarian knights. But I don't think they can hold for too much longer here. In this lower section, I would imagine it's code red, retreat to the upper levels. Certainly seems like this is the case. Let's see, there's more Hungarians on their way, followed up by flailmen. And cav plus shock is a really nasty combo. And you can see the cav is trying to rush in, trying to cut off as many stragglers as possible. It's kind of hard to tell who is who, but I think the Hungarians have caught Lorraine, potentially, but they are trying to get out of there. I mean, the cav's not going to be much use once you get into this bit, I guess, but try their hardest. Oh, are the spears managing to catch out these Clients? They are, wow. That is unfortunate there for France. There you go, the Pavi spears here of Hungary should get some easy kills.
The enemy is attacking our general.
A general under attack? I think he's just getting shot by archer towers, maybe? I'm not really sure. But yeah, he is under fire from somewhere. I don't think it's the artillery. But yeah, the Clients tried to dash out of there. We now have flailmen engaged on here. I don't know if these... oh, the Clients broke. I don't know if these flailmen really are going to be able to break through the spear line. Look, they're almost like spears themselves, how they hold their stick, I'm going to call it. Because it really is what it is. Or a flail, I guess. I mean, they're not really holding a flail. They're holding like a pike in some cases. Some of them are holding like hooks. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be the ones to break through. I honestly think that these heavy spears might be able to hold them back. And certainly with the crossbow support, they'll be fine. Really, I mean, this is really good here by Hungary. Managing to catch a lot of archers with a lot of ammo. These are the Ballistriers here. And these archers from France getting caught. This is a big win here for the attackers. I mean, archers and crossbows are very useful in that final defense, especially now that crossbows can arc as well, like I've said a few times. Like crossbows used to, if you retreat them, you're like, oh, it's hard to get angles. Now it's like, who cares? You just loop them over and you get some easy kills. But yeah, they're breaking, and that's big. That's a big win, like I said. Mongols over here as well, supporting Hungary as they take this gate. Good thing they've already captured because there's a whole bunch of troops around here. These Pavis from Lorraine are making a valiant stand, but they will be losing the gate shortly. Oh, but it seems like Earl is still coming down. I think that's on the retreating. That's on retreating defenders. That should be really, I'd imagine, because it's held by the Golden Horde, so we shouldn't really be pouring onto the Mongols. I think it's just accidental that it's hitting both sides. The Honda Arms still up here. Credit to them. These guys just don't know when to quit. The big old swords, they're just covered in blood of their enemies and their own. Still 50 of them left. They're still fairly healthy. Beating swords. Having spear. I mean, there's just like 5 units held up there by one tiny little Honda Arms. It's very good. And we got Cav going in. I don't know if this was a good idea by the Mongols. Charging their cavalry head on into the spears here. That's just not a good idea. Levy spears though. They are taking hits. Oh, artillery getting very close to the cavalry there. And there's cavalry as well as like Noka heavy lances. This is a good cav. It's a shame to see it just get wasted like this. They almost look like with their armor. If I could find a Noka heavy lancer here. There's a couple over here. These guys routing. Oh, they are. I'll see if I can. I'll go to slow mo so we can so I can show it off. Because they look weirdly like samurai. I don't know why, but for me the armor, like from the back, they really look like they're samurai. I know they have like Asiatic ties to the Mongols, and they did fight the Japanese at some point, but they do weirdly look like samurai. Don't question it. It's just an inner thought I had, an inner Pope thought. Oh my gosh, the artillery though, getting incredible shots there. Look at the amount of burning troops. Oh boy. Oh, nearly friendly fire though. They need to be careful of that. You can just as easily miss as you can hit stuff. But yeah, when you hit stuff, my gosh, do you break it. It breaks like almost instantly. It's really good to see. Pole arms over here though for Hungary losing. I mean, they are in light pole arms, so I don't really know how easy it would be for them to challenge at this choke point. But good for the defenders. They're doing a good job. Get it from the defender's perspective. It's a bit hard on these ramps, but you can see the defenders down there trying to prod their way forward. It's not really working. And it looks like the palms are going to break soon. I mean, they have some pretty solid pikes of their own. They've got Shiltron Militia over here with the Pavi Spear defense as well. So this is looking very imposing. I would not want to charge this line. I mean, look at that. It looks awesome. I mean, the yellow and red as well looks great. Shame they don't have any artillery left to the attackers, because they could really do with an artillery piece in there really. If I was the attackers, oh, nasty shots, really nasty shots, still coming in. If I was the defenders though, sorry, the attackers, I would be setting up these handgunners, and I'd just start by shooting down this defense and just work your way up. Keep working your way up with your handgunners. Oh, good shots into these crossbows. This trebuchet is getting incredible kills, and it's routing a lot of troops. That's the more important thing. You can, if as soon as you rout a unit once, it just becomes so less useful because its morale's just damaged. Honda arms breaking. What are the numbers looking like? 2,900 against 2,200. It's close. Actually, the attackers have opened up their gap a little bit by about 200. But honestly, I mean, there's a lot of wavering and breaking troops for the attackers, and they haven't got. I mean, actually, Hungary's got a decent amount of infantry on this side. They haven't got like masses of like good infantry units left. Hungary hasn't brought any good shock infantry, which I'm pretty sure he can bring like medium shock infantry. Whether that's tier 3, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Hungary does have a shock infantry unit available to it. The flailmen are still here. Maybe Hungary was like, screw it, I'm bringing the flailmen. They're cheap and they're funny and they're a shock unit of some sort. Imagine, oh gosh, look at all this French infantry set up back here. We have so many sergeants, Volgiers, communes, Pavis as well. I mean, imagine hitting some of these units with the, if you had a trebuchet, oh, it'd be great. But France has kept a lot in reserve, which I kind of guess because Hungary didn't have a hard time rolling these guys over. I mean, there's still a decent amount of Lorraine troops as well. Lorraine seems to have a lot of Honda arms. It is one of their strengths. He also has a Duke's Foot Guard, which is a really solid shock infantry unit as a general. So, yeah, they are looking good. This trebuchet is just taking names. I mean, they are actually breaking their own levy spears in the end, but it doesn't really matter. Like, the amount of units they've broken here of the Mongols has been very, very good. Very, very good. I've got a capture point being taken here, which is very important. You should take capture points as the attack. It does help with morale. Oh my gosh. It helped if the Mongols didn't blob up all their crossbows and stuff like this. Look at that. Easy kills. I mean, that was another one there as well. Actually hit the gunners, which are equally important. You need to get these guys to the front lines. I don't know how much ammo they have really left. A little bit on the archers. Yeah, the trebuchet though still has about maybe a third. Oh jeez. This trebuchet is not missed. Another one that really did not too bad either. They're able to shoot from here. I don't know why they're shooting these archer levy. They're out of ammo. I'm waiting for the hits. Yeah, you just can't miss. Jeez, poor guys. Pavi's spears are probably thinking. Pavi's crossbow, sorry, probably thinking, why are we here? Why are we here? I would be thinking the same. They're probably thinking no amount of money is enough to be hit by fiery balls of justice. Oh, a really good hit. I don't know if they're aiming for the crossbows or for the gunners, or maybe just both. Jeez. These Genoese crossbows just need to know when it's time to move. It's time to move. Though weirdly, for the amount of hits that they've been taking, they're only down to 77 men. Jeez, that one directly hit on the same spot. If anyone moved into that spot, they would... Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like killing... It's killed another, like, 5 there. It's, like, not wearing them down, like, a lot. It's doing okay. They got their crossbows up to here. They're just shooting at the Pavi spears. They are. I'd shoot at the shock infantry back there. Get the crossbows to loop over. They can do that now. It's a better tactic, I'd say. I mean, they need to be careful there and set their own town alight. That is very possible, though. Over here, it's still these. Oh no! They must have got through the French spears. It's now Lorraine spears. And they're bright yellow and red. That's a decent perspective. Like, imagine if you were a Hungarian marching up here. You couldn't even see the enemy. All you see is shields. But yeah, still, the defenders have plenty of reserves. And they're doing okay. Oh, they're saying Cav in Hungary. What are you doing? You're not saying Cav in. This is a suicidal attempt. Charging into spears like this. No, 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 no. And the Hungarian cav will break pretty easily, I imagine. Well, actually, it's not. It's gold chevron. I guess that's why it's holding out. But yeah, they just need to take it slowly. A siege is like a chess game. You need certain pieces to beat certain defenses. So like that Pavi spear defense, get your gunners up. I mean, to be honest, most choke points, if they're going to just stand there and they're not going to move, get your gunners up. The gunners are kind of like the queen in this instance. Like the queen is in chess. Can kind of just do anything. If they're going to stand there in a choke point and just not move, bring up your gunners. They've got really good armor piercing the closer they get. So yeah, they would be very useful. If they're still alive, though, they've been... This one is now wavering. Brilliant. But yeah, they still have this one. They just need to get them up. They have full ammo. Like, seriously. Just take the hint. He's in range of your gunners. I know they were using the crossbows first, but they need both, like gunners can't arc shots later on. Oh, the archer's here. Archer Levy's taking a few shots, trying to inflict some damage. But yeah, the gunners would like destroy this Pavis unit. But, yeah, gunner's kind of struggling. Oh, the gunner's trying to fire from back here now. I heard shots. Yeah, here we go. They're firing. Yeah, they're not that good. They're not that good. Get them much closer, Mongols. Get them closer. We are going to see Archer Levy now rush down this hill, and they're going to try and just take out these crossbows. I honestly think the Archer Levy doesn't stand a chance, but it's just to silence the crossbows. And we now have Pavis Spears rushing up to take the spot of those crossbows. And in go the Spears. And they'll easily kill those archers, but the job's been done by the defenders, and that is to scare the crossbows away from that Pavis line. That's where the Lorraine wants them away from. He doesn't really care if this archer unit's gone. It can't provide much more. It's lost all its ammo. There is I saw that the trebuchet was also shifting in this direction. It has like the slimmest amount of ammunition left. So it looks like it's going to move over here. I mean, the Hungarian general is right on like the point. I mean, he's really in archer range. They've got like a tiny bit of militia crossbow ammo left. Looks like they might try and shoot him, but yeah, that trebuchet, he could do a lot of damage to that general for sure, and do a lot of AP damage as well. Pavis though here, starting to get shaken, but not stirred. Still plenty of gold chevron swordsmen waiting. Well, I say plenty. There's one I can see. They finally threw that Archer Levy unit over there. No surprise there. Honestly, just get at the gun and shoot these guys. They actually have very little ammo left to the defenders. Their only ammo really is actually in their trebuchet. And I think they realized the general is in range of archer fire. I think the flame will also have broken. No. Oh, they're going to try and go for charges. You still have halberds in the fight, guys. You're not going to break through. You're not going to break through. I like the optimism of this Hungarian general, but it's not going to work. Really, they just need to start charge. I mean, just charge in your infantry. I mean, if they had a shock infantry, I'd say great, but they don't. So there's a lot of slope up over here. This would also help in the make it a little bit more interesting. Gonna see Pavis Spears versus Pavis Spears. I mean, if you just formed a shield wall with your Pavis Spears and just like stood there, I'm pretty sure they couldn't get through. I can see more archers go in. Yeah, plenty of Hungarians getting thrown in there. Oh, good shots coming in. Have broken that Pavis Spear there of the of Lorraine, but they have also caused a lot of Hungarian units over here to start wavering. And the Honda arms now come down, and they should also do a decent amount of damage. Oh, good shots there from the trebuchet. I'm sure it's got like 200 plus kills. Jeez. That one was also good. That's just taking out a lot of Honda arms though, I think. Maybe not. I thought it had, but maybe not. But these Saxon militia halberds are breaking. And it's not looking good for the Hungarians on this side. They're running for their lives. Jeez, that one actually missed. It's just that even being just shot nearby is probably scaring these troops. Because, I mean, it would. Just seeing like massive explosions go off like near you would be enough to make you run away. Hungarian knights getting stuck in there. And yeah, they're the only ones left in it. The infantry is broken. The trebuchet has managed to break that assault. Numbers are now looking very close for both sides. There's 400 more attackers than there are defenders. So this is very, very close. Someone brought up these guys. They are bringing them up now. It looks like they are moving them, but they really need to get closer. Closer with the old gunners, please. Yes, here we go. The gunners actually are pushing up. Oh, I thought these archers were about to go into combat, but no, they are There we go. Finally, we're seeing some action on these puppies. What I was asking for a long time ago. But yeah, the puppies are almost dead anyway. Seems a bit overkill. But yeah, shooting these pikemen, that is definitely a good target to go for with the gunners. But there you go. Yeah, they break the puppies as well. That's the thing. You kill them and break them. Well, obviously, that's how Total War works, Pope. You kill something, you break it. Not every unit fights to the last man. That'd be very impressive if they did. Oh, look at this. So we've got a general in here, and we have a push from the Hungarians. The Honda arms are struggling. Imagine if they had a trebuchet shot now. Surely this can't be good for the general, though. He is doing okay. He's probably taking a lot of unnecessary losses. I mean, there's so much other infantry they could have thrown in first. But yeah, now I'd be just focusing on this militia pike unit. I mean, they've still got other pikes and polearms still alive, but you want to take these guys out as quickly as possible. Oh, they still have artillery. They still have some. They're going to aim at these. Oh, some not bad shots there onto those Mongol gunners. And they actually didn't. Seems like a lot of them died, but still a decent amount are getting up. I think they're trying to rush these Shiltron militia here. I mean, they are technically pulling through that Pavis, but it has just broken just that, like that. And they are rushing these boys. And the trebuchet is going back for all these Genoese. They just can't catch a break, can they? The poor Genoese. The fiery balls are just too much for them. Shiltron pikes, it seems like they're doing okay. Once they break through here, though, once Hungary breaks through here, France is... Well, actually, it's not got too bad a job, because there's a barricade here. So that stops the Hungarians from flanking this way. So there's only head-on and right they can go, which the French are ready. They have, or the Lorraines are ready for them. They have knights on the street ready, so anything coming down there, unless it's a cavalry or a spear unit, is going to get mowed down. There are polearms waiting as well. Yeah, the French are ready. The French are ready. They've got plenty of reserves. The pikes over here are starting to lose. They are keeping most of this Hungarian infantry at bay. For now. That might change. Shiltron pikes on the way out. Oh, good shots down to the Honda arms. I mean, this is what they need to do with their crossbows. Just loop over and shoot the weak units of the Honda arms, or even there's Duke's foot guard. I mean, it's a bit harsh to shoot him, but I guess if he's in range, you'd shoot him. Duke's foot guard, but I mean, he won't be sent until the very end, I imagine. But there we go. The Honda arms broke on this side, and the Hungarians can rush through here. It actually looks really cool, to be fair, watching them through like the pillars. They're going to charge through. We'll see. I mean, the Bulgarians are waiting. I don't think they will. If I was the Hungarians, I wouldn't. There's a lot of troops here, though, waiting. Oh, instead they're going to destroy the barricades. This is a smart idea. Destroy the barricade and then just flank around the pikes. And I guess support this fight here. Oh, they did go in. We've got Hungarian swords, I guess, going in after the sergeants. I imagine the sergeants will win. The Hungarians are pretty weak. They also have the fleur-de-lis on their shields. I think they did have like a French king or a king from the French dynasty. I certainly had a Louis. There's certainly been a few Louis of Hungary, but there you go. They broke it through the barricade. They are now on their move, on their way, and they are looking to try and break through this pike unit. And I mean, there's still Honda arms just patiently waiting, getting shot at. And here we go. Hungary is now making his assault. Don't know why it's just attacking all these polearms. It's not a healthy idea. We've got the swords and the spears over here starting around. Oh, we're going to have a rear charge from Lorraine in a moment, I think. Here we go. Nice rear charge into the back of Lorraine. Incredible. Incredible charge there from Lorraine. Absolutely annihilating all of these Hungarian troops. My gosh, what a charge there. That was incredible. Really well done there by the Knights of Lorraine. And really helping out their French ally there. And they can now threaten the Pavis over here. They could charge down into the crossbows, which they're doing. And they could go after the general if they chose to. They've got so many options, and Hungary on the side is finished, really, I'd say. It's now really down to the Mongols and to the remaining Hungarians. I was trying to say remaining, but kept coming out as Romanian. There's certainly no Romanians here today. The Mongols are rushing in. They actually have just everything going in, my gosh. The Duke's Foot Guard in here trying to hold back all these Tessrig infantry. Got Jazina in here. You name it, it's in here. Yeah, I mean, they're quickly trying to break through, but there are... Look at this, there's plenty of threats still. The Lorraine Knights coming for another charge, looking for... They've got plenty of options here, and here they go. They're going to go charging in through the columns into the back of the Hungarians. That must be so painful for the horses. Charging, maybe bashing a column, then bashing into the backs of infantry. Yeah, really nice charges here. And Lorraine should rout most of these Hungarians as well. Yep, taking out all the militia spears here. It's really just the Mongols left. They need to bring up their general, that is for sure. They got their general Tala over here to help deal with this knight problem. Hungarians also managed to break through here. I guess they can just go through anywhere where there's columns. But yeah, the Trebuchet crew actually managed to rout that halberdier. Really, they should just rear charge. Like this cavalry here should just rear charge. Could just take out so much. Just do the same to the defenders, like the defenders are doing to them. Like, I mean, these Lorraine Knights are still in here chopping at stuff. I think actually there is also a general, King's Bodyguard in here. I think Hungary might be about to be taken out the game. If they lose their king, they're out. The Mongols though making one last push. Or it seems like one last push. I mean, they got a lot of gunners and crossbows left, I guess. But that is it. But there's a lot of men starting to waver now. Oh gosh, yeah, look at that. So much wavering going on. We do have a rear charge there by the general of the Mongols. He is going in. Either side could break here at any moment, it seems. And the point is being held currently by Hungary. I didn't even realize this. Look at this. Hungary's now holding the point. I'm not quite sure how they've managed this. I guess maybe just having enough infantry on the point, they managed to do it. So yeah, I mean, really they are fighting right now are Lorraine and France. So just try and kick them off the point. They need to kill enough of them to just retake the point, but it doesn't look like they're going to do it at the moment. This is really bad. Quickly. A general has died, though. Hungary has lost his general, so he is not going to enjoy in the victory here today. But Lorraine is not going to be able to do enough. I mean, they even might kill... Oh, I thought they might even kill the Mongol general there, but there you go. A Pyrrhic victory for Hungary and the Mongols. They did an incredible job. I honestly thought they'd lost it. When Hungary just got wiped out at the very end there by those like Knights of Lorraine, I thought they were done. I really did, but they managed to turn it around. Well done to them. This one was sent in by Coastal, who was playing as Hungary himself. So thank you very much to Coastal for sending this one in. Well done to him, to Toktam, who was playing as the Mongols. Well done to Knight and Letholdus, who were playing as defenders. They all did incredible jobs. It was a really, really good siege battle. Some really good tactics here, and some really good kills for some players here. I mean, we'll quickly go over some of the kills. I mean, the Flailman here getting 107 kills, more than I thought they'd get for Hungary here. General getting 74 kills, 100 kills here. It looked for these Pavis spears. The halberds only getting like 45 kills is a bit of a shame. Swords here getting 110, 92, 140, 117, 125. Some good kills there. Crossbows getting 86 is a bit better than what we sometimes we see in some of these sieges. And 140 for the triple gold chevron Hungarian knights. So yeah, they definitely did okay. But definitely could have done with them later on at the end as well. Needed some cav right at the end there. But yeah, Coastal Plays did a pretty good job. We'll quickly have a look at some of the other players as well. I mean, we've got Knight over here who's playing as the Duchy of Lorraine. 189 kills for his Duke's Foot Guard. 133 for these Homme d'Armes High. He then had the Foot Knights here. I didn't actually remember seeing these guys in combat, but oh, these are just these are just basic swords. Okay, fair enough. They kind of just look like shock. His Pavis getting 167. His Pike's 56, his Arch is getting 112, 144, Crossbows 200 kills, and his Knight 646 kills. Incredible kills. His Trebuchet getting nearly 400 kills. Yeah, some massive kills here for Lorraine. Some truly awesome kills. Then we have the Mongols here. His General getting 66 kills. The Spears getting like 63, 74. Swords, the Drazina here. Oh no, these are the Tesseract, sorry. Tesseract infantry getting 118 kills. Drazina getting 101 kills. Crossbows 109. And yeah, that is kind of it. They did quite well. His Cav really wasted, I felt. And then we have Letholdus playing as France. His Spears getting 113 kills. His Shock did okay, 81, but nothing incredible there. Sergeant at Arms 62. Yeah, but yeah, nothing really that insane. That's unfortunate, but there you go, guys. That is today's 1212 AD siege battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show your support. And I'll see you guys in the next one.